Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be tucking in to all of the Ninjago ×2 sets and of course the Pokemon bits and pieces. So I'll wait for the notifications to go out. Good evening to everybody. Hopefully you are well. Thank you for everybody that's liked the video so far already, even though it's not yet started. And of course there is always a poll running. Now, quite simple. Which do you think will sell better this year? Star Wars with the smart brick, Pokemon with the smart brick, Lord of the Rings, or anything else? So we were having a few conversation before with regards to who decided to stuff their face, because this is following on from a earlier live stream, and it seems to be everybody else is eating fantastically well apart from me. So I am slightly jealous of everybody, but wait for the notifications to go out, and we have got a lot to tuck into, because of course we have got all the bits and pieces regarding the new Pokemon bits and pieces. You can see there is offers running as well, so we go into the offers tab very quickly. We have got all of these things to take a look at. We'll have a look at this, including the T's and C's, because if you see now, it does say ends on the 26th of the 2nd. So it's while stocks last. It's when the set comes out, and there will be more available. These are at a limited run. I think it's 8,000 of them in total. So we'll be taking a look at that in a little while. But there's also bits and pieces running for double points. So we'll be taking a look at these, and let me know if you guys and girls are going to be getting anything on double points as well. And then, of course, well, we'll keep bouncing between all of the newer Pokemon stuff. So yes, we have quite a bit to tuck into. There are only 8,000 giveaways yet. So we'll start on the giveaway. So let's go. We'll start off with Pokemon. We'll do the giveaway of Pokemon. Then we'll bounce in between the Ninjago bits and pieces and literally do one to another to another. Just so I can be awkward that way and do it that way. So if we click on this, and then you've got the gift with purchase. We'll flop up the gift with purchase to start with. It's in the T's and C's. So if you read the terms and conditions of this up at the top, just there, top line, it is valid for the first 8,500 pre-orders is what that is valid for. So you will have to get that. But then it also does go on to say that it will be available from the 27th for a limited time only. So at least they've given you 8,500 pre-orders online. So if you think how quick it went with the Creel House, for example, and all that kind of thing, how many of them do you think they actually had online? You've basically got a double crack at the whip. You've got to get it in with your pre-order or get it in store, because I'm assuming they're going to have them in store. And then, well, of course, you can then get them again after, well, on the day of midnight if you wanted to, and then get it on there. So if you want them, you might as well just pick it up now if you can get it with the 8,500, and obviously when they go, at least 8,500 other people has already got it. So are you a fan of the Pokemon stuff? Are you happy with the Pokemon stuff? And of course, which do you prefer? Are you more Pokemon fan, or are you more into the Ninjago? And because I am using the fancier technology today, Ultrabrick says apparently only 8,000 giveaways. Yes, indeed. So that is very true. So obviously, we will see exactly how it all unfolds with regards to all of the other little bits and pieces. But I would assume, because the website crashed, people are going to go absolutely ballistic for this. Supposedly, it's going to hold minifigures as well, somebody was saying, but I thought it was just for the actual badges that you go through on your journey. It's 312 pieces, item number 40892, and it has a value of $24.99 in pieces, because that's also what it goes on to say. It's always said that about all of the giveaway purchases. They value the giveaway with regards to the actual types of parts used, not what they actually would sell it for. So there's $24.99 worth of pieces. So if you want to try and figure that out for yourself and see if you can actually order these bits, that's how much it is going to cost you to be able to download all the bits and pieces that you need with regards to the bits, and then you can just crack on and go from there. So yeah, if you are a fan of this, then you will be in for a treat. However, at the moment, it is only available with pre-orders of the huge 3 set. Now, it'll be interesting to see that when these sets actually go live, if the giveaway is then available for a certain price point across the board with everything. But obviously, it's quite a high buy-in to get something like this, which is obviously $24.99. So I don't know if you're happy with it. I don't know if you care about any of these. We can have a quick look while thinking about it. We can also compare the Pokemon bits and pieces to the Mattel stuff. Mark, hello to you. How are we? Good evening to you. Hopefully you are well. So yeah, we can have a look-see on that as well. If you go to the main Pokemon page, there's a competition. 2 codes are. It's okay. What page is that on? Is that in their own thing? Because I can never actually find the actual main pages for these things. There's another page for Ninjago that I've only just come around, so I can never actually find them. So obviously this isn't the main page. You've got all the bits and pieces. Oh, here. It's got to be on this, has it? Under the Learn More. Catch and build. So they've got all of these bits and pieces in, so you can pre-order all of these differently. I'm assuming this is the one. I don't know. Ultra Bricks is that's the one. It's on the Lego from the main page. That's the one. I'm on it. So if you go to the main page in the Pokemon, there's a competition. 2 codes are running. Then scroll up. Scrolling up. Hang on. I'll start right from the top. I'm assuming it's this, where it says, will you catch them all? Hidden across the LEGO groups and the Pokemon Community International social feeds and sites, with wild Pokemon creators are waiting for a sharp-eyed trainer to catch through the hidden codes. Each week, until the final release on the 27th, a new one will appear, each more surprising and trickier to catch than the last. Sign up or log in to your LEGO Insiders account, submit the code in the field below, and your code is accepted. You'll be entered to win one of the 10 Pokemon prizes. Oh. Here we go. Stay alert. Trains. If you see a symbol like this, which I already have, there could be right under your nose, just waiting to be caught. Spotted one. Time to catch. Sign up or log in. Win. That is. So they've got a full-blown game going on with everything. Yeah, it's literally. It's been in the background for a little while, Mark, and now they are going full ball. So yeah, there's 3 sets out at the moment. They have got all of these bits and pieces. There's a page like this for Ninjago, which I was actually going to cover tonight, but we'll do that for tomorrow's live stream instead, because it's got all of the bits and pieces with regarding like the missing minifigures and all of that kind of thing. But the prizes, the grand prize, enjoy Pokemon XP 2026 Pokemon Worlds and all 3 new Lego Pokemon sets. Oh, that'd be pretty cool to go to the Pokemon World, Pokemon World Championships and the XP. I wonder what the XP is. Win all 3 Pokemon sets. Go big with the new Venusaur. An electric prize. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prizes. Win 5 extra prizes. Win 10,000 loyalty points, rewards and savings and more. Can't go wrong with that. The Lego Pokemon lineup. Your code will also unlock Pokemon lineup. You'll get to download exclusive shareable Lego Pokemon digital artwork. Follow trainers on your way to becoming a true Lego Pokemon master. You've got the T's and C's for that. Enter your code to see if you caught a Pokemon creature. Once submitted, refresh the page to see which Pokemon you've caught. The codes are lower and higher case sensitive. And then you've got the Pokemon lineup. So that's all to do. That's just the same. Yeah. A brand new trainer journey. So you've got all these different bits and pieces with this one. At least it's not stickers. At least that looks like it's prints. So at least that makes a bit of a change. But yeah, we'll have a look at the Mattel stuff, because it is going to be very, very similar to the sort of the bigger build bits. And like I said, we will keep bouncing between Pokemon and the Ninjago offers as well. But yes, there is a coding just down at the bottom, just there. Sean, how are we? That's the box. We found the box. Put each of the codes in and sort it. All right, hang on. All right, Ultra Bricks, let's do it, shall we? We'll do it live and see what it looks like. I am never. Well, it's super effective is one word, is it? Is that what it is? Is it super effective one word? Yeah, copy and paste it. I don't think I can. No, I can't. I can't copy and paste it. I can't copy and paste it out of the chat. You guys and girls can do it, then obviously feel free, but I don't know if I can. No. I can delete, put a user in timeout, or ban. We don't want any of them, do we? So we don't want any of those. I will figure it out. Remind me to try and figure that out before we go. If not, I'm going to write it down individually, and then I'll put it in because that'd be a cool thing to do. Sean the Black Sheep is talking in codes. Hang on, let's get off this really bright white screen for a second. So yeah, there's a game to catch them all. But yes, until our final release on the Friday the 27th, a new one will appear. Each one more surprising and tricky. So you've got to play a game every day on the Lego website. So if you see the symbol like this on the a Lego Pokemon creature could be right under your nose, just waiting to be caught. I saw that on the first one. Let's see if we can actually find it, shall we? I did see that. Where did I see that? It was on the other bit, wasn't it? It's not in the learn more. Is it not in the T's and C's? There. But that's not the right bit, is it? That's what I thought it was, but no. Right. Well, I suppose as we're looking at the Pokemon stuff, is anybody going to pre-order any of these at all? Are we going to tuck into those? Oh, exactly. 10,000 points would be fantastic, wouldn't it? If you can literally just take the 10,000 points. Oh, actually, I might be a way I can do it. Might have done that by mistake. No. 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 Never mind. Yeah, so is anybody going to be taking these? So this is going to be yours. Let's go just through the basics. So it's EV54.99. Pre-order now, it'll be available from the 27th. Obviously, there's no incentive at all to pre-order this now. You can just wait and order it with a potential giveaway or whatever else, because you've got between now and the 27th of February. And don't forget, we are only the 12th of January. And if a giveaway appears between now and the 27th, and then you pre-order it, it's lucky dip if pre-orders do include the bits and pieces or not. So yeah, because they're basically just focusing on the most expensive set, there's absolutely no incentive to do these at all. But it's 587 pieces, item number 72151. Box artwork looks, of course, they're all 18 pluses, aren't they? So I was going to say the box artwork just matches everything else, but they're all 18 plus. So they've just aimed these. Obviously, the younger bits will be happening later on, as we know. But that's your dimensions: 8.5 length, 7.5 inches height. Exactly, yeah, exactly that. After the crew house and it sells out in a 6-day back order, I say that's incentive to be exactly. Well, that's probably why they've done it. I think that's why they've done it, to be honest. It's good to know now on learning these little different bits and pieces and actually tucking into this as a bit of a deep dive, that there's obviously now games to be played, and we know that there's 7.5 or 8,000 of the giveaways available, and potentially then they might try and make some more obviously after. So at least it's giving them a month's notice, isn't it? So if this is a new way of doing it, and of course, I don't know if anybody has spotted it, but the limit of what you can buy is just one. All of them are just one unit, so you can't like swamp the movement or anything else. Sean, these sets look very familiar. I see trouble on the horizon. Oh no, are you going down a slippery slope, Sean? Are you going down a slippery slope? Is it going to happen? Are you going to start singing the song and then start picking them up? Who's going to crumble first? That's what I want to know. Because I saw the big one, I was like, I could put that in the middle of the table and have the people walking up to it, and it's a Pokemon land. Because the Pokemon theme park opens up in Japan, but I can't justify getting these and trying to make space for them. It'll be stupid. But yes, so that is any more information on EV down at the bottom. So yeah, you can see that the giveaway on here, but it's just available with the big one. So it'd be interesting to see how many of each unit is also available for pre-order. Because don't forget, look what happened with the DeLorean. The DeLorean was on pre-order. The pre-order limitation got maxed out, and then it went on back order worldwide, including all local toy shops and everything. Obviously, it's now starting to come back in stock, but that really was heavy. So maybe they are just making sure that they are going to do everything they possibly can for giveaways. I don't know if this is a thing moving forward or not. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because with regards to the giveaway, as long as if there's a midnight countdown for a set reveal, a bit like how we do our midnight things, you could just because people are just going to stay up and pre-order at midnight. But what people panicked about is that it just randomly went up at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Monday when everybody is at work. But no, those three do look smart. Pikachu, I order you, pre-order all of them at once. Yeah, I wish. Can you imagine that? Yeah, just pre-order all of them. It's all right. Don't panic yourself. But yeah, it'd be interesting just to see how big these are compared to the other ones that have been done in the past. Because I guarantee people now will be starting to get them out the woodwork, and just either that will start to sell them because they're still available. Look, they're still available on Mattel, and there's Eevee. So Eevee is it was 65. Don't forget with the Mattel stuff, they were all movable. So the Mattel was 89 to 65, and this Eevee is 54. So it's obviously smaller but cheaper. So yeah, you've got this one just here, and then you've got this one just here. So this was the moving Mattel. You could literally get loads of them. They did tons and tons and tons of them, but you could see you had all of the moving bits and pieces. It was done by Mega. The Mega is the one that's just lost the toy license. You can see Pokemon Company 2026 copyright underneath the Mattel, but they've lost the toy license to do it, and they're now moving into, because they've got Squid Games of all weird and wonderful things. So if you wanted to, you can build yourself a Squid Game thing. They've got big licenses, but they've just lost Pokemon. And you can never get it shipped into our countries. You always had to get it off Amazon, and they were never available in store, in their little store. But you can see they've done a Pokedex. They've done the sort of 3D affected artwork stuff as well. Geodude looks pretty cool. And then you've got Butterfree, because they're all motion things, but you can see different ages, 13, 12, 13. Different piece count for depending on. I do like the Dog Trio. I think they do look like, well, let's be honest, we all know what they look like, but it's still quite funny. But yeah, you got all of these smaller ones, which is obviously where they kind of got the idea for the Pokemon. This was the last one that they did, the big Pikachu and Ash. So I was wondering how were they going to do Pikachu. So you can see that you've got pretty much exactly the same face idea, because there's no other way of doing it. So it's got to be a certain scale. But if you've already got this set with this size Pikachu, if that Pikachu is the same scale as this one, do you need to get the new Pikachu? Because obviously what they've done is, for the new Pokemon set, is obviously they've taken away Ash, and they've gone in with the Pokeball, haven't they? So they've gone in with this. They've used a slightly different. He's a bit more chubby on this one. He's got a bit of a cheekier face, I think. So the face is, in all fairness, different, because it looks like have they added on? What have they done with this one? Yeah, they've added in all the different elements over this. So they've layered it all up, haven't they? So you've got the eyes, the ears, and all of that kind of thing. It's just wonder how big. How big is that base? Let's have a look at the Let's have a look at the dimensions for everybody. Actually, before I do that, let's catch up with the chat. He settled down again. Well, yeah, it's just a completely different take, isn't it? So, um, it's a different shade as well. But obviously, on this one, they gave you different facial bits, so you can see for Pikachu, you got one, two, three different face plates and eyes as well. So you can change it all. The Ash was um nearly 13 inches tall. So it was a big set. But yeah, this is the last one that gone. You can see just how big this thing was, and obviously loads and loads of people were picking this up. So this style of set has been around for a while. But obviously the original price of this was 120 when it came out, and I'm assuming this Pikachu is just a lot. Well, it's going to be clearly a lot bigger, isn't it? Clearly, it's just a lot bigger. 2,050 pieces, and with regards to the sizing of that on the floor, that is looking at that against that person's leg, quite tall, and that base is quite big. So, got any information at all? Specifications. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on. So it is energy stores this type of electric Pokemon and the 25 what's that 25 watt incorporated on the display base? What 25 studs? I'm going to start dribbling. What? Hang on. A colourful piece of gaming room decor. This yellow Pikachu model with its black ear tips and red cheeks and has a tail that can be built to show it in male or female version. The other since when was there when were they either male or female? Where's that come from? I've never ever, I'm sure it's probably changed, but I've never ever heard of that. Have I gone mad? So a colourful so is there a female version of Pikachu now? Is that what they're trying to do? So rather than you buying two, has a tail that can be built to show it in male or female version. Other iconic. So what they're going to do when they do Raichu? Are they going to have to do? Are they going to have to do all of them in all forms now, or are they just being cheeky? I'm really confused with what I'm supposed to be looking at. Is it ear tips? Do you say ear tips or? Has a tail that can be built to show it in male or female version. Well, you've got a zigzag W that way. You've got a zigzag. Oh, right. Okay. So you've got a solid sail piece, or you've got the what looks like exactly the same face, but it's got that tail. So everything's the same apart from the tail, is it? Have I lost? I might have lost the pot. Is that was that always a thing, or are they now just changing their mind? Because obviously I haven't seen Pokemon for many years, but I thought Pikachu was just called Pikachu. I didn't realize there was a Mr. and a Mrs. Pikachu, I guess, is there? Did they get married at some point or something? So I'm assuming we're going to have this with all of them. Pokemon build and battle display. The Pikachu Pokeball 72152 video game features a model of the iconic figure which can be displayed in ball stance or resting pose. So it has posable ears, limbs, so it looks like it's leaping from the Pokeball replica, which itself can be displayed open or closed, Pikachu at rest. Gift for gamers. Right, this is what I want. So it is 13.5 inches tall. 50. So it's a base plate and a half in length by a base plate wide and 13.5 inches tall. So it is huge, is what they're saying. So you're going to need a lot of shelf space if it is that big. Obviously, by the looks of it, you can have it on or off the base, but you're going to, yeah, because I'm assuming you can display it like that, or you can display it like that. And then that leaves the question of, well, does it, which way does it look better? They're giving you options. Obviously, they've given you options, but then do you prefer this one? Do you prefer this one or not? Yeah, that's all of those little bits and pieces. I'm just trying to do a little bit of research in the background, getting the Ninjago stuff up and running. But it's yours for £180 if you want it. Now I know there's some big Pokemon fans on the channel, but how bigger of a Pokemon fan are you to get the big set? Are you hoping one day, anybody, to get any of these in there at all, or are you not fussed about it at all? Because obviously this is the behemoth of a thing, isn't it? This thing is absolutely massive. So I'm just seeing on the Mattel what they've got close to it. So they've done each one of them. They've done all three, look there, for £40 as the construction set. I'm just seeing what else they've done with Eevee. So they've done a £59 version, which is the same, pretty much the same size as that. That's a big thing as well. That's huge. That all moves. That's very, very impressive. But that's all the stuff that they've got left on here. So they have done Charizard. So Charizard by itself was 130. So that's 170 for those two. Well, say those four. Have they done? Sure, they would have done, but there's only 19 on there. So I'm just trying to work out the differencing in cost. But I think the detailing on these Charizards similar. I said this was the problem that they were always going to have. So this is the Charizard. And again, all moves on a movable base with all the Technic pieces. 1,664 bits as well, so it's not small. 11.5 inches off the ground. So the new Lego version is 2 base plates off the ground. The one thing that I think is very, very clever of this, though, is the bases. So I like the water and the sort of obviously lava. And the flowers, they've obviously just gone for the Bulbasaur. They've just gone for sort of I've had an accident brown with different bits. I don't know what that would look like with a green plate rather than brown, but I'm assuming it's exactly how it should be for the actual show. And you can see you've got the slightly different water elements that they've been using on there. So you can see that they've tried to do some funky different bits and pieces, but it's huge. It's going to be absolutely massive. The box is massive. Everything's big about it. No, you're not going to be traveling for this then, no? This isn't going to be yours. No, that's it. So, well, yeah, so there's your options for Pokemon. That's your bits and pieces of it. I think it does look very smart. It'd just be interesting to see some of the reviews. It's just a lot of money. A lot of money. And again, the problem is, I've said this now a lot, that you cannot, for perspective, understand how big these things are. But it does say in the specifications what it's like. So the base is actually flat at the back. So this is what I was trying. This is what I was trying to say in the previous live stream. Is this the shape you guys and girls are hoping for your Lord of the Rings Minister Earth? Are you hoping it's a complete flat edge, and then you've got all the playability with it, like the eyeball, and then it curves round at the front? And then also looking at this, can you now put it together in separate Technic sections? Because I don't know, are they testing the water with this? And they're going to do the same building technique that they've done on the other? Because obviously internally, you're going to have a lot of pins in this. And I'm assuming you've got a lot of Technic bits and pieces underneath. And obviously all the hips and all the other little bits and pieces will be Technic pieces as well. But yeah, if this is going to be part of like a Lord of the Rings-esque type of that they could do, then I think some of you will be quite happy with that, with it being a flat back. But that is all three of them. That is Charizard. That is everybody that is there. So that's what we're trying to look at. So it's 21.3 inches width, and it's 19.7 height. But obviously that's on a massive stand. So because it just doesn't look very big as like an individual bit. And my worry is that the big ones aren't going to be in proportion with the other. I'm sure they will be. And it's just a bad photo. But what I mean is, obviously, you can see with Mattel, you've got the three-way, haven't you? So they're all different sizes. So you've got the teeny tiny one, because I'm assuming the teeny tiny ones will be pretty much minifigure scale for them to be in scale with that, or they're all going to be brick built. But I do not know. So all I'm going to do is have a quick look at what they are height wise, and then actually get into something that I know about, which is going to be the Ninjago stuff and the points of ×2. And then we'll jump back to this as and when we need to. So, right. So they are so Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise stand over 9 inches, 8 inches, and 7 inches tall. So how big is 7, 8, 9 inches tall? So how big is Bowser? How big is the Bowser? Why aren't you there? Because this thing's enormous. But I can't. So we've got 7, 8, 9 inches tall on the stands. How big is this? $12.5. We say it was 7, 8, and 9 inches tall, and the Bowser's 12. So it's obviously they're taller on the stands, but the Bowser's much, much, much bigger. So I don't know if that's going to bug you, or you're going to be happy with that. I don't know if anybody even cares about that, but it's just food for thought if you're going to have all of these sort of displayed with each other. And then you've got, because obviously it's a Nintendo product is what I'm trying to get at. So if you are into your display pieces and you got this on the stand, you could have the other one on the stand with them on the stand. And obviously that one's going to be taller than this one. But if you didn't have the new Pokemon on the stand, it's obviously going to be a lot smaller with it stood side by side. Now, let's get on to the actual stuff that I know about, which is going to be all of the bits and pieces. Hang on. Yeah, that's it. They I think you're right. Ultra Brick says it's an impressive looking set. Judging by the reactions, Pokemon fans seem to be liking it, and they've got a full mix of everything. Good evening, 321. How are we? Hopefully everything is good. Did you get anything for double points as well, by the way? Sean says John must be preparing for the incoming Pokemon wave. Ryan is scouting for the Oompa Loompas. I think so. I think that's what they're doing. They are just they're hunting and hacking everything back. So that's basically Pokemon covered. What's your thoughts on that then, everybody? Are you happy? Impressed? Couldn't care less? where's your heads at with that at the moment? Because I'll be going into the Ninjago bits and pieces at the moment. But as it stands, what will sell? What I should have said, what will sell better this year? I think that's well, didn't it? Never mind. We'll just pretend that doesn't exist. And Lord of the Rings is drawing with anything else. Sean the Sheep says it's a lot of change. Yeah, that's it. So we got people saving themselves for double points at the end of the month, but we will be taking a look. It's a good segue. That's perfect that you've written what you've written, because we are going to go into the offers section and take a look at everything that is available on double points as of today. And it is valid from the 12th to the 18th. So if you are a Lego Ninjago fan, or you are a Bionicle fan, I think Botanical fan. There we go. These are for you. So we're going to go by the newest and just work our way down. I had a very, very quick look at these earlier with regards to the different bits and pieces that are on. If there's anything that you guys and girls want to take a stronger look at, then of course let me know. But you have got all of the flowers. You've got the cactus. You've got the daisy. Then you have got all of the new Rising Dragon Series 4 bits and pieces. So you can see you've got the Old Town, which I'm very close to finishing. I'm literally a bag and a bit away from getting that done, and it is a beautiful looking set. But you've got all of the other mechs. The blacksmith, that's coming back in. You've got the new Ryu, which is obviously all of these that are on double points already. The show's not even come out, so it's impressive because the show literally finishes and then the sets just get discontinued. So there's some good things. Again, we'll take a look at this one. I'm surprised that this one is now suddenly available again. So if you missed out on this on day number 1, well, there we go. Now you can just get it now on double points and be absolutely living the dream. The set itself is fantastic with all the bits and pieces on the inside. I'm in the process of building this one up. So like I said, we'll be doing a full-blown Ninjago-esque live stream again tomorrow with the bits and pieces. I do like the fact that it's got the map element that's hidden behind. It's the map that gets stolen in the pilot episode. That's what it is. It's behind this bit just up at the top. So yeah, it's a clever way of them doing everything that are on there. And of course, all the other stickers and things like that, and all needed to be included in here are big old Easter eggs from the actual show itself. Yeah, so you got the Old Town. Nothing is on back order as of yet, so you don't have to worry. The only thing that isn't on here is, of course, the display stand, because that's still not available. So I'm assuming they're just not going to put that. That'll become available again when the double points finish, because they know how popular it is. Because it's probably going to sell back out again. The giveaway, this set here, the Jays, that is back in from it being on a back order. I don't know why I say giveaway when it's on a back order. And then you've got Coles, and then you've got the tiny garden 1,000-piece puzzle. It's weird, isn't it? Like, you go through all of these and you see all the different bits and pieces, then all of a sudden it appears. It's like, how long has this been on the website for? Because there's so many other subcategories on the Lego website. What's this? Your strategy. Hang on. So I use my strategy for double points. I'm going to get the Death Star from the Cardiff Lego. If they have the TIE Fighter giveaway still. If not, I'll order it for the Lego. Nice. What, do they still have that giveaway available, do you think? I think they will do. I should not have got it as quickly as what I did. I knew that giveaway was going to be about 4 ages. And I just rushed. I should have just waited for double points, which was literally like 10 days. Because it's a lot of money difference on those two. Yeah, it's a big old difference between the two. So you got 4 whole pages of double points. Again, the bounty, that's on my list. This is on my list. I've got stuff on the list that I want to get, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on anything just yet, I don't think. You've got the Fire Mech, and then you've got the Guardian Dragon. Both of those, I said, we already know are from the Legends cartoon. Worth watching, actually, on YouTube. It's only, like I said, 11 minutes. It's very well animated, so if you want to have a quick look at that. Well, it is, yeah. It's rough. I'm not going to lie, it's rough. They had half a dozen of them when I was there on Sunday. I wouldn't have thought they sold many. No, that's it, exactly that. Here we go. Then I'm not going to get the Eiffel Tower, but I'll get the Arkham Asylum and the classic Batmobile, so I don't miss out on for my personal good idea. And if they go on offer at the end of the year, I get them on a special for extras. Why not? That's a very, very good idea. You can't go wrong with that. And to be fair, Arkham and the classic Batmobile are probably going to be much nicer builds for you, I would imagine, than the Eiffel Tower. And it depends what you're doing for the Eiffel Tower. If you were doing it for your store or for yourself, because once that thing's built, it's obviously very, very, very tall. Yeah, very, very, very tall. But the workshops are available. It's a double point set, I'm afraid. I've got it. Don't get me wrong. It's just a lot of empty space on this, because these are very, very, very narrow compared to the others. Because if you think like the actual, even the markets was okay. The markets, the bit in the middle, obviously, you could say that was potentially wasted space, but it's not, because obviously it serves a purpose with regards to display space. But if you just have a random mech, which the mech itself, that color scheme and everything else, still not 100%. I understand about the mech races, but all of that should have been at a scrapyard. So I don't get this chap with the mech at the moment. So obviously they've just given you a mech because they didn't give it to you in the other one. I would have probably preferred a reference to a scrap heap, to be honest. But the only thing with this is you can't carry on with your boats. You can't carry on with that. But yeah, if you want to build your own mech up for mech races, then obviously you can do. And you've got Dorium, it's called character. The rooms are very, very small. That's it. Rather than having this huge, big modular that comes out, you've now just got these smaller rooms. Out the two, obviously, I think I said the Old Town is worth. Out the two, the Old Town is better than this one at the moment for me. Obviously, it's not fully finished, but the Old Town it does look very, very, very good. So yeah, if you're wanting to get something and you're unsure, the workshop's great if you want to fill the rest of your bits and pieces up. But yeah, I would go for the Old Town to be honest. What else have we got coming down? And of course, if anybody actually picked up any of the flowers or petals or anything like that. Brickford. I've decided to break the seal and build the Krill house. Well, you can't go wrong with that, can you? HMM is nice. Cool Easter egg with Johnny Thunder being the caretaker. Oh, hang on. You're talking about the NASA Hitch Museum. Yeah. So Johnny Thunder's got his own little office up top. And don't forget, Johnny Thunder's also used in the haunted house. Because obviously he is all the pictures and everything are used of him, aren't they? So it's pretty cool actually that they started to use all these bits and pieces with Johnny Thunder, which is the Adventures range, which was, well, it's Indiana Jones, isn't it? Without the IP is what they've done. And it was good. And all the temples and all the pharaohs and stuff was very, very good. I'm tempted with the Natural History Museum as I want the modules before they go. The History Museum and the Gardens, I've seen modular conversions. So I haven't seen the conversion for the modular for the garden. The Natural History Museum is good. It's got loads of detailing on the inside, and you've got lots of nice Easter eggs and everything internally and externally. The big question is it going to go anywhere this year? Is John Lewis getting it? Is anybody getting that this year? Because Smiths are not going to be having it on the purple label because they're getting the shopping streets and they're not going to have both. Johnny Thunder is also in the Arctic train set if you want the Arctic outfit. Cool. Yeah, I missed out on that set, didn't I? I was going to get it. I was going to pick it up and yeah, it wasn't to be. Yes, it does. It retires in December, so you've got to be careful. But I don't know if John Lewis and Argos are going to pick it up in the next few months and run with it, because Argos has just got a load of stuff that the Lego Group has just retired. So it's a risky game to be played, because at the moment Smiths still have it, don't they? Yeah, they've still got the Natural History Museum here. But I don't know if it's exclusive anymore. Because it hasn't had a sale at all. Obviously, everything's now at full price at the moment, but this has never gone into a sale. But no, that is a nice looking set. That is a nice looking set. So hopefully you got decisions to be made. Decisions are to be made, because they're teasing us with the ×2 points and all of these. And then you've got Thunderfang, Arc of Focus. Both of those are cool characters and dragons. Ooh, hang on. Oh, that's interesting. Do they now? So that's the other thing. Who else is going to be getting the Pokemon stuff? So they do. So Smiths have got these, which means they'll be in big sales. May. So that's the difference. So if you wait until May, so say Christmas, if you wait until Christmas, this would be what, 130? The question is, who's got the big one? Has John Lewis got the other stuff? Has John Lewis got the other? So who does actually have the? No, I can't see anything at John Lewis. Argos? Just leave that up for you guys and girls to see. So yeah, John Lewis doesn't have any Pokemon. Who? Let's have a quick research. Right, so we are looking at that's all the Lego Group at the moment. No, nothing. I can't see. I wonder. There's somebody's got to, unless, because that big set might well be exclusive to the Lego Group to start with. No, Argos don't have it either. They still got the big sales on though, and the Italian Riviera is out of stock, and that's still in a sale. So Argos' sales have been going on forever and ever and ever. But no, the fact that this is going to be in Smiths might make it a little bit easier for everything to pick up. The Pokemon Center has it. Oh, we'll have a look. Hang on. Ah, Pokemon Center. Well, anything you want Pokemon related. If you are a fan of all of this stuff. Oh, right. So the competition of all the places for it to be in Europe, it's in London. So you're not going to go very far, are you? You're going to on the UK website. That's probably why they're giving it to they're giving it to you as a prize, because they're just sending you to London. It's nowhere exotic. It'll be a puddle rainy day. Got loads of stuff. Loads and loads and loads of just stuff. Yeah. Are you sure? I'm not a fan. Are you sure you're not a fan of Pokemon? Draw the sheep 207. So you're getting for double points and cashback. It gives me 20% off. It's 207. What on? Oh, for the museum. Ah, yeah. Oh, here we go. So Sean's offering the museum for 200, which outdoes Sean's 202, which does the offer of 207. But mixing it in for a free Greg sausage roll could do that. Now there might be a sale being made, so we could have it. I think that's a good. I think that's a good. I think that's a good deal, to be fair. But yes, Ultra Bricks is right with regards to the Easter egg and the Johnny Thunder and the try. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I didn't realize that was. I didn't realize that was there. But yeah, sell the dream, sell the dream. What is this? Pokemon Express. Why are you doing this? $349.99 for a winter train. I see. So basically, all Pokemon products are expensive. And obviously, I don't even do the cards, but I know people just go mental for them. There it is. There it is. Just people buy the whole box, don't they? Mad. Absolutely mad. But yeah, it'd be interesting if, say, for example, one Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if we remember that these are here, how far will they go? 4320. Good evening to you. How are we? Hopefully everything is good. You a fan of Pokemon? Are you a fan? Everybody's liked the video so far as well, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Of course, there's a very serious poll running. 10 votes in, and it's 40% to 40%, and it's Lord of the Rings versus everything else. Because the Pokemon and Star Wars doesn't seem to be doing anything whatsoever. No surprise. No surprise. Yeah, a huge fan. It's like, oh, well, what are you going to be doing then? So you obviously know about all the bits and pieces for the giveaway purchase and things. Is that giveaway important to you or not? As I will get that back up on the screen. What page are we on this? Oh, it's the Temple City. We've got one more. We've got one more page to have a quick look at, and then I'll get that back up for you. So we'll just show off the rest of these. So we've just been bouncing between the ×2 points. Happy Plants, by the way, everybody, is on ×2 points. Happy Plants. And I have seen that as a Happy Plants 2 is coming this year. Just in case you care, Happy Plants 2 is on the way, right? So, Pokemon. So you can see that it's just a recap for everybody that's just jumped in. So it's available pre-order and it was shipped on the 27th. This giveaway is exclusive to this set at the moment with a pre-order for this, but it is limited for 8,500 pre-order online. I said 7,500 before, but 8,500. But it will be available again from the 27th for a limited time only. So it's just there for you, just in case. You two could email each other. don't put your address on the live chat. I won't be able to take it off. Could you email the address over, or go through? If you got Instagram, go through Instagram. Dealing, wheeling, and dealing. Good. We are funding the Lord of the Rings. I do believe there is a Sean's funding for Lord of the Ring. That's right. I don't care, but just don't put your address on here because I can't hide it. I can't hide your address. You might start getting fan mail from John, Sean. Or better yet, Ryan might start sending you Willy Wonkers. I'm probably gonna get the Pikachu for pose articulation. Pose is great. Yeah. So, did you get any of the Mattel stuff, or is this going to be your first construction set bits? It does look like the pose ability of Pikachu's stronger, and obviously these are just meant for on the actual stands itself. We'll just start going through the photos. I just went through them very, very, very quickly. And like I said, I do like the base on this one. It does look like from here that the base is fully circular, but obviously as you go through, it just isn't. You've got a flat back. So that's where the Lord of the Rings things have come from. Quite interesting that the Bulbasaur's back legs is probably stood on the lava. I'm assuming, because just been really interesting to see this in person, because it's going to be large. Oh no, it isn't. It is on its own. It's on its own thing, as is that one. Yeah, there's all of the detailing on that, but the box looks huge. Huge. Might go and buy one of the trio ones separately and find a good price in the second half. Yeah, that's it. They got some. We were looking at them before. They're to be fair, I think a lot more of them will come up on the market now because people will start looking at the Lego stuff, and if Lego are going to go all in, depends how they both scale. It just depends on how they both scale, because the other Pikachu has changeable eyes, changeable mouthpiece, and this one has a selling point. It's just a random tail that you can change from a male or female. So I'm assuming they've done that because Mattel, that's what they didn't do. That's what I was just trying to get my head around. It's like, well, why is that a feature when the other company has done all the other stuff with face prints and things? So I just wonder if you had the other Pikachu, if that face would fit on this body, because this one looks like it's a little bit more chunky and rosy on its cheeks. Yeah, Ultrabrick says it looks like the Baron Door box. It does, doesn't it? It looks like it's a huge box. It's going to take up a lot of space in the old stock room. And of course, the big set, don't get me wrong, the piece count on that thing is enormous. Absolutely enormous. And they've added the Lunar New Year tab as well, have they? That's impressive in person. Oh, that's it. I see. But yeah, this one's a lot more chunky and chubby on the face compared to the other one. But I just didn't know if the eyes would fit. The Eevee looks pretty much exactly the same size. Compare those two again now because I want to have a bit of a better look. Yes, there's two Eevees on that has already been done before. You've got the motion stuff, which is just all the things that move around on the base, and then they were, I'm assuming, going to start doing these looks. So you've got the jumbo. Oh, that's the one we want to be looking at. So the jumbo Pikachu is 59. So the Ash one was expensive, but the actual Pikachu, so that's a completely different one again. That's obviously it's a 8+. The other one that they did was an older one, but this is 12 inches. This one. So how big did we say Pikachu was? I'm just intrigued to see if they would scale for people that have already got them. So the Legos Pikachu on the display stand is 13.5 inches tall. So not on the stand, then clearly it's not going to be anywhere near the height of the jumbo one, but this does say it's a jumbo Pikachu. So I'm assuming then that the Pikachu that comes with Ash, they'll be there or thereabouts the same size. This one is obviously there's much less going on with this. This isn't a price comparison. This is literally just a size comparison because you've got 600 pieces going up against over 2,000 pieces. So you can't really compare the two that way, obviously. But it's just interesting to see what's already been done. And I can't remember the last time there was 2 construction IPs out of the same thing, let alone close together. But they did have lots and lots of bits. So that's also the jumbo version of Eevee then. So that's like their oversized version. So I don't know if they're going to go down, if their jumbo range was all going to be in proportion with its own size scaling, and then obviously they lost the license, or I'm not too sure. I don't know how all of that sort of worked. Let's have a look. Oh, the new giveaway also leaked 40915. Starts on the 29th of Jan. It's a lion dance from the Chinese New Year. I will type that in a second. Sounds to me like it's a done deal. Happy days. Congratulations. Remember to keep it to one side for the Lord of the Rings fund. In my country, I wanted to get, if I wanted to buy the trip one, it would be 850. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of money. Yes, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I'll just go through me, and then I'll get you two together because I've got 321's email address. I just need Sean's filth. Or Sean, if you DM me on Instagram, and then I'll forward it to 321 via an email. There we go. There we go. We can easily do that. Now, there is one more thing for Pokemon, which looks like the Pokemon Center, but they haven't uploaded that for whatever reason. But the images are available, aren't they? So well, he says, is it on there? No. The play sets, though, are available on Amazon still. So all of these, all the mega stuff is still easily available. Look, there's loads of stuff that you could have got. So you got your own little theme park stuff. You got your actual battlegrounds. This was the stuff that I was expecting them to do in a bigger scale. But I think what they've just done is this. I think Lego have done this, but I don't know where it is because the pictures were out, but I don't know what the SKU code is. I can't type. I don't know what the SKU code is for the new, because they're online, aren't they? But for some reason, there we go. Is this it? Oh no. Oh, you're joking. It'll be online then. It's this. It's flipping it in. It's in your insiders account, isn't it? Right. Hang on. Insiders. Great rewards. Is it uploaded on here? It is. There we go. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. So it's just beside that fish tank, look. That fish tank that nobody wants. So that means they're not going to be doing the Pokemon Center anytime soon. How many waves do you think we are going to get? We're going to get 2 waves a year minimum. And what the Lego Group have said, that this is going to be their biggest ever wave for new sets ever, I do believe. So we're going to get the most amount of sets in a new line in its first year. So you're going to get tons of them, tons and tons of them. There we go. So the center of the Lego Rewards page, 2,500 points. Yeah, there we go. So it's yours if you want it. I didn't realize it was a mini though. I thought this was going to be a full-sized set because you can get the play set. I thought they would have done this, but clearly they're not doing this because this is still available. And I think this is what the problem that they're going to have, because there's still 9 of them in stock and it's only $42.99. So this is, don't forget, the reason I'm looking at this is that this is the minifigure scale. So this is what a lot of people are wondering what the Lego group are going to do. But if they're going to do all the bits and pieces with this smart brick, it's never going to be anywhere near this price. Ever. Because they're going to all the new technology. It's going to be completely different brick count and whatever else. It would be triple the bricks probably, which is fine. But what are these minifigures going to look like? You've got the little Pokeballs and all that kind of thing on there. These have been out for ages. Ages and ages and ages. And you can see you've got so many different bits with regards to stuff up at the top just here. But yeah, that's it. I don't know. Right, let's get back over to this. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's true. This will be gone. Yeah, people are just going to get it and sell it. I've got the blue brick. I've actually got it built up. But this is the blue brick was actually in proportion with the big go-kart. This thing's just like a micro build, isn't it? It's kind of pointless, tiny, but people want it. People will want it. Ooh. Well, things are. It's tough because I actually grew up with the Pokemon Yellow. So I had Pikachu follow me around all the time for my Game Boy. So I didn't start off with, I didn't have the option for Charizard, Venusaur, or Blastoise, if I remember rightly. Out the 3, I always thought Squirtle, I think, was pretty cool. So I would imagine obviously Blast, but I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to sell for a chunk of change. It will sell for a chunk of change, but it's just yeah. They like I said, they're doing it because of clearly the stuff that's still available on Amazon is all there or thereabouts, and it's just one of those, isn't it? It's just one of those that they are spitting it out from day one because they've taken the license over very, very quickly, and yeah, it's just going to be chopping and changing and going through everything. But yeah, if you're a Pokemon fan, you're going to be absolutely laughing with the different bits and pieces that have come out. So is there anything you guys and girls want to take a look at? If not, I will start to wrap things up because we only do it for a short period of time in the evening. I will be covering all the Ninjago press release tomorrow, having a look at all the stuff, but I think we've covered all the bits and pieces. It's just going to be very interesting to see how all of this unfolds with everything, because I don't know why they've done an Eevee when you can still buy an Eevee. Pikachu they've obviously done because obviously that's obvious, and this is completely different. But I'm just wondering now their business strategy of they've just put themselves in direct competition with a direct price point of something that is available to buy still in store of this character. I would have thought they might have just done different one, and then in a few months' time, maybe done the Eevee, but pass. I don't know. Oh, Shibo. Shibo, how are we? And Jay has just gone in from shopping. What have you been buying yourself, Jay? Shino. Shino. And there's a shopping trolley. Well, there's not much Pokemon news to be shared, Jay. Really, is there? You've got three Pokemon. They've redone an EV for no reason because Mattel is still available in store. They've done two lots of different versions of Pikachu. This Pikachu, the only difference is it's got a male to female tail, whereas the Mattel Pokemon has adjustable eyes and adjustable mouths. This is obviously something completely different. We know that the giveaway is limited to 8,500 units, and it will be coming back out again on the 27th or 28th of February. And the other thing is, of course, the insider's gift is the Pokemon Center, which I'm assuming the reason why they've done the Pokemon Center as that in a tiny micro scale is because still available is the Pokemon Centers for all the other little bits and pieces. I think I'll stay on for another 10 minutes then. Yeah, just in time for me to end the stream. We're now getting busy. Great. Okay. Well, that's it. You could get Jinx, Links, or whatever it is you wanted to. Jay's got food. Food for Jay. Food. Pokemon news. Food. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody has anybody actually pre-ordered any of this stuff. Is anybody going to pre-order it? Because now we know where else it is. Is it even worth pre-ordering it? If you didn't want the giveaway and you got these from the Pokemon Center, clearly the Pokemon Center is just like the Harry Potter shop, which will have these in a big sale. The Nintendo store, I'm assuming, is going to have these as well. That's something I haven't even looked for. And Smiths are getting them on pre-order as well, but not available till when you say it was March? No, May for the Nintendo. So we've done a little bit of scouting of where these are and where else it's going to be. So because they sell Animal Crossing and the other little bits and pieces, have they got anything in? No, not yet. Zelda's still there. No, they haven't updated it. So it seems to be at the My Pokemon store rather than the Nintendo store at the moment. But yeah, you've got multiple options where you can get these bits and pieces from. Multiple. So that's a good thing because it's not like none of these are exclusive to the Lego group. So you know that as long as you can wait, you'll be able to get them. Yeah, that is very true. But of all of they've got thousands of them that they could have done, and they've just decided to do an Eevee, which is available still. Why that? Just do something different. The Pikachu is in a different scale to the other two. I think they're all scaling within themselves. So the Jumbo line from Mattel is bigger than this Pikachu, but the Pikachu and Ash is smaller than this Pikachu. So obviously all three of these are going to scale on screen with each other. So I don't know. The Dio, we were looking at it, so we compared the size of the Bowser to this. These are, what are these? 8, 9, 10? No, they don't get into double digits for individual sizes, do they? And the Bowser, so if you were to have this on the stand next to the Bowser, they would scale really very, very well. But if you took them off individually and just had the Bowser stood by these three, then the Bowser would obviously swamp it. But I have said a couple of times, are we thinking that the base of this is going to be what you want for Minister Earth? Because there is the picture of it all split up with a flat back. So I'm assuming that's what you guys and girls are hoping for your big set. What are we? Oh, We're missing a part. Missing a part for the UCS Falcon. Come to a halt. I'm actually missing part 99780. I've ordered some from the Blink. Oh, so fair enough. Why not? Why not? Why not? So you've got plenty of options to get these from. And if they are going to be coming out as quick as they're going to be coming out, but I am intrigued to see the difference in their play sets, because when the play sets come about, they're still easily available from another company online. And this is the first ever time I can remember two construction companies literally overlapping this close together. So I'd love to know the difference that they end up doing. It looks like they are. Yeah, it looks like they are. It looks like the eyeballs are prints. Well, they got to be, because the Mattel ones were. So they were all removable pieces on those. These are, I do believe, just big printed pieces. You'd be in trouble if they weren't, because it's just the eyes, isn't it? And the nose. That's all it is. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to put on them. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so Jay says it'd be once a minute to Earth like that as well. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what. There's going to be no stickers with these, but what was it? Pokemon Store. Let's just recap where you can get these sets from then. So the Pokemon Center is a thing, just in case anybody cares. But they do now have all of the Lego bits and pieces on. So we have to remember that this is a site, because this is the equivalent of Harry Potter. So, and Harry Potter had 50% off over the last Black Friday. So just bear that in mind when you start. We forget about different bits and pieces and never ever look at these on any other website. And then Smiths now already have the Pokemon stuff available for pre-order from Smiths, but they do not have the big one. They are missing the chubby one. So you only have two of the three. Obviously, it's the same price, but they have got them available for pre-order at Smiths as well. And if they're not, it's not going to make a difference if they're a purple label or not, because you can get them from the Pokemon Center, and we've seen them somewhere else as well. So in the UK, you might be all right if you're willing to wait 8 months, a year. You should start getting some discount off. More of a Beano got me. Beano and I never read anything. Well, I tell you what, they're going to be in trouble if they don't, because obviously if they pre-ordered it, then it's fine, isn't it? But it's only a limit of one. So that's the other thing that the Lego Group's done differently this time. So you can only order one set, and that's the same on all of the Pokemon stuff. It's not even just this. The pre-order is still available, because I was reading somewhere else before. They're like, oh, it's gone. It's like, no, it's not gone. I think what's happening is you do this, you click this, and it goes into your bag. So it's in my basket. So you can see 579, blah, 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 blah. But if you go back and you click on the gift with purchase, it says, it did say it wasn't available for a while, but it's now saying at the bottom ends on the 26th. So all of this has just been sort of chopped and changed ever so slightly. But it is only available with the big one. But I wonder on the 27th, when it gets re-released, will it have what the pricing is? Because if you were to get like the Pikachu and Eevee, would that take you over for this giveaway? And then you could potentially just get the big one at a much later date. If not, this is a very, very, it's going to be a sought after giveaway. But as we know, and how they've always done their giveaways, they do their giveaways valued on pieces rather than what they would sell for, which, to be honest, I've never really understood that. But this does have a value of $24.99, which is a higher one than the dragon, I do believe, from Lord of the Rings. So, and you know how expensive that started to go for. Oh, he's already started. What did I say, everybody? What did I say? I was like, oh, I could make that diorama work. if I said if it was a full circle, because I could have put a path all the way around the outside of it, because the Pokemon Japan opens up this year and it's going to be packed full of all the different rides and everything else. And I know you guys and girls are loving your theme park knowledge stuff, but from what I've read, potentially Lord of the Rings is supposed to be coming to the new Universal in the UK. Now, if that is a thing, if that is actually true, I think you lot then might get a little bit more excited. But yes, that big dial would be, it would, and I think it looks fantastic as well. Could you imagine if you list it on eBay as a Star Trek Pokemon badge collection? You could you just have to put like a sticky note over the Pokemon bit and have Star Trek. Yeah, it's not going to happen for a few years, but I will happily get people together to either do a Legoland Windsor visit or a Lego House in Billund visit, because that would be a good bit of fun. See, yeah, Jay's saying it'd be a great centerpiece. My thing is that have they scaled this long term, or are they going to be cheeky and later down the line do bigger scales of the 3 sets? I can't see them doing it. Because there's so many for them to do. I can literally just see them doing the Charizard trio as a one and done, and then next year there's just another 3, and then that'd be it. They're never going to come back round to do it. But if, and it's a big if, is this actually big enough to go with this one? Because my problem of what I'm thinking of is that if they do like a Squirtle version and then all the ones in the middle before they get to the final phase, is the final phase of this scale, so the middle phase of this scale, going to be in proportion with the final phase of this scale? Or is this, because it's on its own base plate, going to be something completely different whatsoever? And what they've done is this is the first of that scale, because Mattel did the same thing. Mattel had 2 scales going on at the same time. And I wonder if we're going to have a diorama scale, which is what this is, and then you're going to have like a big fig display scale, which means they might get round to redoing these individually, but bigger to go in proportion with Eevee. So Jay is said, so these look great with your 6-inch. I think you should go all in, Jay. I don't see why you're hesitant about it at all. I think what you should do, this should be in the center of your Kallax, and you can have all of them all the way around. I hope for Pokemon fans, the smaller ones. Yeah, so because Pikachu does look he looks a lot more chunky he looks a lot more butch in this version. So you got this one, and we'll go back to Mattel. We'll just keep hopping, because like I said, I've never been able to do this before with regards to sets, and just see this so easily on the shelf. But yeah, Mattel, as it stands, have just finished producing the play sets with the minifigure scale, so you can get the minifigure scale in. But with regards to this, you had the last set that was done was this one, and this one has all the prints. So if I can't do that because it doesn't work very well. But if you look at each individual photo, there's different eyes, different mouths, different everything. But the cheeks aren't built on. I think it's a plate. Whereas on this one, they've given it more of a chunky look, and it looks like it's a different color as well. It looks like it's more of a gold than a yellow. And yeah, you just got more of a different look. But obviously the eyes are very, very similar, and they've got a slightly different mouth pattern on the two. But this one is slightly smaller Pikachu than the Lego one, but the other one is bigger, I think, if what I remember rightly and read, because the Ash is 12 inches tall. So it's a big, tall thing. Yeah, so you've got options. I mean, I don't know which one you guys think is a better Pikachu. I like the color on this one. This reminds me much more of the actual cartoon. It's much more of a richer gold. But I think a lot of people aren't going to have it on the base because it can be displayed just like that. And I would imagine it's because you can just take it off you can just take it off its base. And bearing in mind, in case you guys and girls didn't realize, that base plate is 1.5 base plates deep. Yeah, but yeah, Jay knows. Jay knows all about it. So I'm not going to bother Jay. I'm not going to bother. I may get the big one for the book for the bookcase if there's good sale on. That's going to be a big old sale and a big old bookcase for that because that's going to weigh a ton, I would imagine. Oldbrick says they've used a ton of So if you start taking like the individual bits out, it's the three. This is what I mean. Like the 3 display diorama, I think, is meant to be its own diorama, a bit like how Bowser is supposed to be on its own stand. So I don't think that the Charizard's going to be in scale with the others that are coming out because of how much they've used in the in that base. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. But it's one of those, isn't it? Because with this, I don't know if people would want to build this or not. With regards to the base, I don't know if you would want to have the base because obviously the tail's not exactly small. The tail's would be big if you had him stood up. Because that sticks out a fair bit, and that's it. That's the only interchangeable bit on this. So you've got male, female. So I've learned something new this evening that at some point in later life of the Pikachus, you find out that one of them is this, and that's the bit that's the highlight that they're promoting. So yeah, so for the Pikachu, instead of having all the different faces and all the different facial expressions, they've just gone for a tail, which if you looked at the other website that we're looking at with all of the plushies and everything else, all the tails were the same. So it's just an unusual selling point from them, but it's there. It looks sweet enough. But yeah, the big one was saying before that the actual base itself, it did look very, very impressive. But I suppose that's the point though, isn't it? It's supposed to be like this. So you've got all the parts usage in that. So the display experience to a degree is also in the base. But I just don't know how well they're going to stand up with everything else. Because we did look at it before. I'm sure where is it? Features, specifications. Because I mean, don't forget, it's 6,838 pieces. So it's huge. Final version form. Yeah, so you've got the beach, jungle, and volcano stand. Oh, is that supposed to be a jungle, is it? Oh. All right. Beach. What? Beach, jungle, and volcano stand. I can see the volcano stand, but I can't see the beach. I can see an ocean, and I can see I've had an accident brown foliage, but I wouldn't quite class Venusaur in a jungle, but never mind. With regards to the sizing, though, yeah, so 9 inches, 8 inches, and 7 inches. So Venusaur's the tallest at 9. Charizard's then 8. But I'm assuming that's when they're stood, not on all fours. Because that's saying Blastoise is 7. What? They got that the wrong... I don't know. I don't know if they got that the wrong way around or not. Venusaur does look huge, so I'm assuming Venusaur... Maybe it is. Maybe it's from the feet up to the top of the flower is the height, rather than it actually stood up. Because Blastoise can't... He can't go on anything else. He's just going to be stood there. And Charizard's got one right up his back bottom, but has got cool flame effects. And it does look like he's got a new wing piece color. So it will scale well with the D&D dragon and all of the other dragons as well. So No, well, no, that's it. He's definitely not going. He was never in a Pokeball, was he? No, well, it's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, so Jay agrees. Dow's in its own scale. Sean's put his hand up. Everybody's put their hand up. I know why they're putting the hand up. DJ's the tail. Hands up. Hands up. Who's not getting any? Sean the sheep. Well, that's it. It's something. It's something for everybody, isn't it? But the base. I think the base itself would be. I think it would be a good build, though. I think it would be a good build, but you would just have to get this one and then just wait for the others to come out in the base. I would think. It looks to me like there's almost three. Well, it's two lines. There's going to be three lines is what I'm trying to get my head around. So you've got the display stand line. You've got the smart brick line, don't forget, coming out later on. And then you've got these two. But I just confused why they put Pikachu on such a huge base. Because he's never getting in a Pokeball. We know that that's not the case. And you know, they've just used their own elements for the Pokeball. I'm assuming he's trying to avoid the Pokeball. That's my first impression was he's avoiding getting captured is what that is. But that would be fine. Because they can't all come on bases because they're going to be too expensive. And as that base plate is a base and a half, you're going to run out of space very, very quickly. But also there's going to be a lot of pieces in that as well, isn't there? So, see a Pokemon Yellow, Jay. That's Pokemon Yellow. Ryan's a load of Poco Olux is what it is. Oh, waiting patiently for Minister Earth. He's not even going to go double points for Rivendell. So Jay is in love with Venusaur, apparently. Sean says the hype of to be honest, exactly. This isn't going to go away either, is it? Whereas Strange Things has literally fallen off the face of the earth after the last thing that happened probably today. They finally got a date right for something that came out on Netflix. So now they can just all be happy that it's finished. It's got to be in the top 10. Yeah, it's got to be in the top 10. I don't know what the top. I can never remember the actual total number of the top 10, but it's got to be in there. Moon Shoes. We do not officially know yet. We don't know. When's the Earth going to release? We do not know. Officially, we don't know. And unofficially, we don't know either. There's a rough guesstimate date, I think, but that's about it. But what I'd like to make everywhere clear now, it says ×2 loyalty points on selective items for kids. So what we're looking at now apparently is all for children. It's not very nice, is it? The first thing that's in there is an 18+ lily and an 18+ tulip bouquet. I think somebody's been a bit mean with their writing. So yeah, just a quick recap of all of these. All of this is now on 2 points. It's 4 pages worth of stuff. So you've got all of the new Rising Dragon stuff. You've got 2 of the 3 15th anniversary stuff. And of course, they wouldn't have done it. They have not added Lloyd's mech for pre-order, have they? Because they've decided they've taken that off, I would imagine. So the one thing... Oh, no, I take that back. I'm talking absolute nonsense. There it is. It's just not in that list. So you've got to go searching for it. So if you wanted to pre-order Lloyd's mech, you can get that now on double points. And then it will just be with you on the 1st of March. Well, I need to shut my mouth and fall over. I thought they had done a flipping One Piece on me. That's one of the reasons why I never bought One Piece, out of spite. A bit weird like that. So you can see all of those bits and pieces on double points for there. And of course, you've got all of the garden stuff along the lines with it. So, yeah, if there's anything that you guys and girls are going to be picking up between now and Lord of the Rings, it's going to have to be probably on double points, I would imagine. Obviously, that's very, very tempting for me. The Temple City is very, very tempting for me. I don't know with regards to the Pokemon display stand, because it is 2 base plates wide, by the way. It's 2 by 2, or it's 2 and a bit wide by just under 2 base plates tall. It would have to go in the middle of something or at the back of the table in the middle because obviously it's a flat back. But what I'd actually put with it, I don't know, because clearly the Pokemon Center is just tiny, so it's not going to work with that. So my perfect idea of having a Pokemon world with paths is not going to happen under the Lego because they're going to have all the smart bricks and stuff with them. So there we go. That's me being absolutely shafted. Oh, hang on. Rumor for June, says Sean, and we have a thank you. Ryan is saying that is a good shout. Well, to be fair, you could put them in there because it's all open. There's no actual water in there, so it's all right. I'll make a great display case for that. Well, it's not just for Lego though, is it? Because you've got Pokemon Japan opening up. You've got there's a London. Their history museum now is turning into a Pokemon fossil museum for a month or two, I do believe. So you can go up to London and have a look at all the Pokemon stuff that's there. You've got fossil museums opening up in Japan. Everything is going worldwide for this. So they're doing a huge push. So Mattel must be kicking themselves that they've lost the license on what seems to be one of the biggest years worldwide for an IP for whatever reason. And you can have a look at the Tiny Gardens. I have no idea. I don't know what it is. If it looks cool, then maybe. But I have absolutely no idea what it is. So I don't know. I got the eyeball because I thought it was from the Lego Movie 2. And then I figured out what Rivendell was, thanks to Jay. And the Shire I saw at the very, very start. And those two little turds still annoy me with all the little bits and pieces that are going on. But no, I don't know. Oh, I know what that is. That's the stand, isn't it? The minifigure stand. Yeah, it's still on. So I was amazed that they managed to get Kai's back in, but that one hasn't come back into stock yet because obviously they're selling out worldwide. Actually, I know what we can do. We can play a quick game, can't we? Before I go, let's do Lego Australia. Has any of the pre-orders gone? Why don't we check out Australia and see? So we're now in Australia. Pre-order. All available pre-order, and the gift with purchase is still there. There you go. So Australia is still fine. Everybody is still good. Oh, actually, what's the T's and C's? Oh, I got rid of it. I'm going to say, what's the T's and C's with Australia? That's 1,000 Australian dollars. Oh, that's vile. So no wonder the Australians aren't happy. They've only got 960 of them available for pre-order. So we've got thousands. We've got a lot more than they do. Sean says, Shibo, he'll be having all the... I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. So maybe I might do. I haven't got a clue. Yeah, I guess so. I have no idea what's going on. Oh no, the one that got away. Do tell. The flower ones are popular. Who could have known? Just a few. No, that's it. They are mega line. There was inklings that it was going to be popular at the Lego house probably 24 months beforehand, but you had to have flown over to Billund to see that for yourself. But yeah, so they still have it. In America, it's not. Oh, actually, it would have gone live, wouldn't it? I've seen somebody complaining that it's not the giveaways have gone. What country was it? Of all the countries, it's got to be America, isn't it? So it's $649. No, it's still available there as well. So I don't know what people are kicking off about. 21,840 orders available. Look at that, specific. So you Americans have 21,000 of them. Oh, brilliant. Thanks for that. Thanks, John. 415. Nice. I'll go for a long walk, shall I? Jay says, in the middle of Jurassic Park. What, you go through my Jurassic Park gates and then there's just 3 massive Pokemon there? What, fighting a T-Rex? Jay's trying to tell me the dream now. I can see his head churning. He's going to be like putting ideas together. Yeah, so there you go, guys and girls. With regards to America, you've got 21,800 pre-orders of them, and don't forget, then it is available. It still is available. It's still available again from the 27th. Still available. So yeah, but that's only pre-order. That's the giveaway, isn't it? That's the giveaway, and that's just before they run out. And then you got, and probably you probably have the same again. So you get what, maybe 45, 50,000 giveaways. That's it. But I'm sure not all 350 million of you are going to be wanting Pokemon, aren't they? But yeah, Australia, I don't think, you know, I think they deserve probably more than what they're getting. Yeah. They probably deserve more than what they're getting, but it is what it is. They've obviously worked it out per million or whatever, however they do the maths. But that's America. This is us, and yeah. But the thing is, though, that'd probably be Europe as well, Jay. Though, because we share the same warehouse, don't we? I would imagine. So if we actually look, it just says for the UK stuff. Does it say UK or does it just say? I've really got to take that out of my basket because see, limit exceeded. I've only got 1 in there, but the limit has been exceeded. Why is that saying 21,800 again? I'm back on the USA. Why? How have I done that? Closed down the wrong tab. That's annoying. I wouldn't have been able to check out anyway. There we go. Right, GB now. Back home. Back on home soil. Still exceeded. It's still in my basket. Yeah, it just says 8,500. So we know that we share the same warehouse as the rest of Europe. So it's got to be. It's got to be that. So or it's whoever we've got with the smart brick fiasco that's going on. Nope. Didn't want to click on that. But yes, we found all the games to be played around the Pokemon website over the next month. So if you want to try and win yourself some free sets, you've got to catch the Pokemon as they appear by the sounds of it every single day. And yeah, there's plenty of games to be played. So pre-order this one. Is it going to be the same, different, or not? 6,170. No, it's not. So it is different. So is that per region then, or are they literally lying to us? Are they just making that up? Because why did we have such a fiasco with Well, maybe if they've given it to each region, it shouldn't be as quick to sell out. But that's a good thing, so you can't go wrong with that. I would love to know how many of the Creel houses they were, though. That'd have been interesting to see what that was all about. Yeah, probably, Sean. Yeah, or just zero. We just won't get any. We just won't get any raise requests, will we? We'll just get none of them. There'll be nothing coming through. But yeah, 8,500. We'll be lucky if we get maybe one. I don't know what the highest market is, to be honest. So they've got obviously Legoland there. They've got a couple of Legolands dotted around, but I suppose the other thing is though, is not only is it just like the catchment for the actual Lego group, it's also how popular is this worldwide. So you would imagine over in Japan, this would be mega, 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 mega. But I don't know, because obviously there's a Legoland Japan opened up. So you would think that the Japan would have the most sets, wouldn't you think? So we're in Japanese. Do you think I can do this in Japanese? Or should I translate it to English? What should we do? Should we keep it in Japanese or translate it to English? Because they haven't updated anything. They haven't got any of the Pokemon stuff. Look. Actually, oh, it's gone. I can't translate it now. It's disappeared. No. Look at me all. How have they got these? They've got to be out of. If I could read it, but it's out of stock, sold out. I was going to say I haven't seen these things for ages. So how have they not updated? So what is their giveaways? So they've got the giveaway for the Duplo ×2. They've got the same ×2 points running on all of these bits and pieces as well. But no, their website hasn't been updated because they're 2 days behind, or 3 days behind, because they had the Ninjago bit up for 2 days. That will change on Sunday. And then it was up until 2:30 today when it all got changed through. And you can see how all the offers and everything are. They've got the Star Wars stuff up, though. So the smart brick should be there. Or have they not got the... No, they won't have the smart brick, will they? Because it's not been sold in Japan. Oh, check this out. So it's not been new for 2026. So what is the newest... what is the newest thing? I'm guessing now. No. Oh, yes. That's it. This is in order of newest because this is stuff that's not out yet. There's a shopping street. And then you'll have the stuff that's available. So that's pre-orders into new stuff. So they're missing loads of stuff in Japan. Loads and loads of stuff. Well, when Pokemon hits this website, it's going to be... yeah, well, I didn't have the opportunity to change it. So, but at least I know the website. So it's pretty much exactly the same homepage. That's the shopping street. The shopping street is gone. Have they lost their giveaway? Yes. Oh my days! They still got the shuttle. They still have the Enterprise available. How is that still available? We're going to have to use the Japanese website more. This is too much fun. There we go. That's that for you. So they have the Japan is behind. Australia's in front. Japan's behind. America is plenty of units. None of it's sold out yet. That's it. Done. Simple and as easy as that. So yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. I just thought they would have put the Pokemon stuff on there, though, Ryan. That's him. Yeah, that is very true, actually. And they have got some amazing kits that are over there as well, haven't they? Show off. Right, well, we'll leave you with the Japanese website. Here we go. Have they actually got... Anything left? Is there any word? Is it? Can we pop over to Japan and pick up anything from their Lego stores? I don't think we can. The up house is still available. The other bits and pieces have sold out. A couple of bits and pieces on back order. Wow. What is the offers though? The offer, no, we don't want that offer. What the ×2? That's the one. What have they got on ×2? So it is just exactly the same. They've got all the exact same sets. So we'll leave Ninjago in Japanese, and I will let you lot say goodbye to each other. I'm going to end the poll, which I haven't actually looked at for ages. So the poll: 47% for Lord of the Rings, 29% for anything else. We kicked something. I'm gonna have to start learning Japanese now. I can see all the comments coming through Japanese, so brilliant. Right, guys, you take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We have learned where you can get the Pokemon stuff from, so at least you don't have to panic about getting it day one. They're going to be easily available all over the place. And I think we've got a couple of different display sizes on the go as well. So that is it, and I am done. 30 mins of bonus content had to be. That's it. I was going to finish it half an hour ago, and here we are. Well, at least we've now finished in Japan, so we wouldn't have done any of that. We've got a Ninjago thing tomorrow just for an hour because it's all to do with the 15th anniversary minifigures, which I was going to do tonight, but then Pokemon became a thing. So there's a lot of Ninjago stuff I want to take a look at tomorrow, and that'll kick off 7:45, 8 p.m. tomorrow just for an hour. So guys, take it easy. Everybody look after yourself. Take care all. And I will catch everybody up on the next one. See you later, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.